quite a production we have here on Sunday. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, happy Sunday. As you can see, we got a lot of extra seats set up today because this afternoon we are going to launch Terry's new CD. How exciting! So if you haven't gotten signed up yet, James has a sign-up list. You can go ahead and sign up, or you can pay if you haven't paid yet. It'd be better to do it before you leave and come back, because there'll probably be a bottleneck around 2:30. Concert's at 3. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm so excited. It's hard to believe it's here. So welcome to the Namaste Center, and I'd like to give everyone who's never been here before an opportunity to introduce themselves. So let's start over here. Who's never been here before?
Me. I'm Suzanne Bolthouse from South Carolina.
Well, great, welcome. Anyone else in that section, a newbie here? Okay, and how about this area? I know we have some visitors here. Who's never been here before that's not shy? Okay.
Hi, I'm Stacy Rosh. I'm just from Hendersonville, so not too far.
Yeah, well, welcome. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Susan Brinker. I'm in Hendersonville also.
Well, great. Glad to be here. Okay, in this area, anyone never been here before? I know this young man. Yes.
I'm Michael Hunter. I grew up in Hendersonville. I live in Asheville. I'm friends with Becky. And, I'm a musician.
Well, great. We're glad that you're a new addition here. And in this area, anyone never here before? Oh, okay, all regulars. Okay, as you notice, we have a beautiful birthday cake over here. Luann had brought this for Ann. Ann, it's stand up so we can bless you and sing happy birthday. Okay. Stay standing. Although your buddies brought you the cake, it's beautiful and it's from Whole Foods. It looks delicious. Anyone else have a December birthday? I want to include you in the happy birthday. Well, stand up and we'll oh, wow, there you go. Well, let's give them our best happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so got a few announcements that I'm going to go through. Number one, we are growing. Last week's attendance was great. We just are continuing to grow each week in numbers and spirit. So thank you all for continuing to show up. We are blessed and grateful. Also, I got a new kitty this week. She is the cutest kitten in the world, and she's such a little love bug. I hate to leave her, but that is Bella. So she's going to meet her Doxy sisters in a couple of weeks. They're in Florida, but hopefully by then her nails will be good and sharp by then. But she is a cutie for sure.
Are Lola and Tootsie getting therapy?
Yeah, they're getting therapy, exactly. Yeah, that's right. And silence your cell phones if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate that. Also, this week's Enlightenment series, Peter Phelan is going to be presenting a channeling from Sananda. It's going to be at 7 o'clock Wednesday. It's a holiday message. So 7 o'clock, he's wonderful. So if you're looking for something to do, we'd love to have you join us. And of course today, Terry's concert, he's not only performing alone, he's got 3 very gifted musicians with him. They're from the band Free Planet Radio, they're wonderful. And we're really blessed to be able to have this opportunity to share Terry's excitement here and also these wonderful musicians. So make sure you come back and get here early because we'd like to start on time. And I think we've sold 90, we have 90 reservations. So we've made seats for 110, so let's fill the place. Bring your friends. Standing room only, yeah. Okay, and then the Christmas Eve service is actually, I made a mistake in the website. I'll change it today. Starts at 6, not 7. And it's going to be wonderful. Roland and Pam and Brian Chrissy are going to be leading it. There's going to be music. There's going to be message. And Brian and Pam have done a tremendous job. And of course, Roland has created a great program for the evening. So bring an hors d'oeuvre to share. Bring a wrapped gift because there'll be a gift exchange and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you show up at 6 o'clock. And yes, Roland.
Just to say, the gift exchange can be re-gifting. It can be something that's been on your shelf for 20 years that you'd like to pass on to someone else. You don't have to spend a lot of money or anything. So. And you can bring 2 gifts because there may be some people who, we might not have enough. So everybody brings a little extra, we'll give out more gifts.
There you go. That's better. The more the merrier, right? Okay, and of course, New Year's Eve, we've got our burning bowl and drumming starting at 7. And also bring an appetizer to share. If you choose to bring a libation, bring it yourself. The burning bowl and letters to God is something we do every year. And then we have drumming with Ed. And Ed is like the most famous drummer in the area. So we're really grateful to have you.
One point about that event. Hopefully everybody wants to come to that event because drumming is a very spiritual, magical, and very healing time for everybody involved, both who are watching and participating. If you do have a drum at home, please bring it. If you have more than one, please bring it because there's many people that don't have their own drum. I'm bringing as many as I possibly could, but I may not have enough for everybody, and I would love for everybody to be participating in this. I'll bring shakers. That also includes shakers and sticks and rattles, whatever you have. If you don't have a drum and you have a couple of shakers from somewhere,
Pots and pans.
Pots and pans. I'll say soda bottles, not beer bottles. You can tap on those, anything you want, but bring what you have, and we're going to have a blast.
Oh, great. Thanks, Ed. That's going to be fun. Now, also on that evening, it's wonderful, and you'll see more details in the newsletter, but these 2 lovely ladies, Denise and Dee, are actually legally able to be married in North Carolina now. So at 5 o'clock, we are going to have a wedding ceremony on New Year's Eve. All are invited, so please come and help us bring in their marriage and support them. Okay, and starting these 2 little chickadees here, Claire and Susan. Susan's the naughty Santa here. Yeah, oh, she's got nice, but naughty on the back, I see. They are going to be kicking off our Prosperity Plus program in January. It's a great program. It'll change your whole level of prosperity, guaranteed. If you haven't taken it already, see these 2 ladies. They'll tell you all about it. And if you have taken it, although this is Prosperity Plus 1, you're more than welcome to take it again. And the more we, hear these great principles over and over, it just makes us more prosperous and more happy. And yes, it's about finances, but way more than that as well. It's about well-being and better relationships, really living your best life, living from spirit. And it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. So hope you can join us and see Susan and Claire after the service. Also, I have in January my ministerial classes, a new class starting. I've got 4 people already. We are going to accelerate this class because the existing class we're going to ordain in May. And I hope to get the new group ordained with that group so we can have a big party and we can get it done. I know we can. So if you're interested in knowing more about the ministry, this is the ministry I'm ordained in. It's a beautiful opening of your heart. Just being a minister by the teachings of our ministry is just to live from the highest degree of love in all we do. And some people don't take it any further than that, and that's a great thing. And some people go on to do great things, open centers, do seminars, whatever. But if you're interested, let me know, and I'll keep you posted on the first class, that date. So now, before I bring Terry up, I'd just like to take a moment to close our eyes and bless our service and our time here together. So just allow yourselves to take a deep breath and take in all the wonderful energy that surrounds us here today. Take it into your heart and envision your heart radiating, opening to love. You receive this love, and this love is given. We place this time together in Spirit's hands. We ask that God's will be done. May we each experience exactly what we need to experience here today. We place the Namaste future in Spirit's hands, and we know that all is divine, and we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. And now, Terry.
Morning. Good morning.
Morning, Terry. Morning, Terry.
Good. It's great to see all these chairs here for the concert. Isn't it great?
Yes.
I can't wait till this afternoon. We'll have some great musicians on the stage. And it's great to see
greatest
musicians
here.
arriving in the centre. It's fantastic. I feel like I'm going fishing with the game warden. So shall we sing The Light of God?
Yes.
Who was that who was late?
That was the non-girl. Yeah.
Let's try it. Have you
Stand up.
updated the lyrics?
Yes, I updated the lyrics finally. Yes.
You're in tempo.
Just to know I'm not alone, 'cause when you're a part of everything, everywhere is your home. Alright, you're doing great. There's a light that shines within you, and it's with you every day, bringing love to everybody in the things you do and say. It's the reason that you're living. It's the force that drives you on. It's the stars up in the heaven. It's your morning sun. Okay, the first verse again. This time I want you to be singing 4 times as loud. Are we ready? Yeah. I said, are we ready? Yeah. All right. All the light of God is in me, and it shines right out my eyes, making me a part of everything in the earth and sea and sky. And it makes me feel so happy, just to know I'm not alone. 'Cause when you're a part of everything, everywhere is your home. Everywhere is your home.
I think that's the best ever. Yeah. Almost everyone was standing.
Who was it? Who was it?
I don't think they're going to admit it. But they might, sweetie.
Okay. By the way, I just have a little announcement. A lot of people have asked me about that song I sing once in a while here called Thank You for Sharing. I don't know why that gets a laugh. But anyway, it wasn't appropriate to put it on the new CD. I just didn't think it went with the rest of the songs. But what I've done, I have recorded it, and it's available on my website as a free download.
What's your website?
I'm not telling you that. And which is terrywetton.com. So if you go to my website, there's a little box in the left of the web page there that says mailing list, and it says about free download. So if you give me your email address, then we'll send you the link to the download. Does that work?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And by the way, if you're already on my mailing list, then it won't let you go on because it says you're already there. But I'll be sending out a mailer this week with the download. So, Thanksgiving. So this is a song that I sang on the evening of the Thanksgiving celebration that we had here. I sang it at the piano that night, but this is a little Christmas song that I'd written about a couple of years ago. This one's called The Secret of Christmas. The holidays are here, the season is upon us now. Try so very hard to make this one the best somehow. With gifts and decorations, all the family will be here. We hope we've done enough to bring the magic back this year. But the secret of Christmas is spending it with those you care about and who care about you. It's a feeling you get when you know that there's a place called home. Don't take it for granted. Don't ever give it up, 'cause the secret of Christmas is the secret of life, and the secret of life is love. Sometimes down the road we think about a time that's past, and Christmases of old come back to us and warm our hearts. And we say it's not like Christmas, not like it used to be. Then I get to thinking, maybe Christmas is inside of me. 'Cause the secret of Christmas is spending it with those you care about and who care about you. It's a feeling you get when you know that there's a place called home. Don't take it for granted. Don't ever give it up, 'cause the secret of Christmas is the secret of life, and the secret of life is love. Yeah, the secret of Christmas is the secret of life, and the secret of life is love.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And between thank you for sharing and it is what it is, Terry, there you go. Before we go into our meditation, I forgot one announcement, and we're going to have a turnover here pretty quick after the service because we're going to have to come in and set the band up and things like that. So if you're willing, after you mingle a little bit, to help clean up, that would be a great help to us. So, and then go have lunch and come back for the concert. So just wanted to remind you guys of that. Yes, ma'am. And yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Who was here when Anna and Mike Hodges were here for the clam bake? They are wonderful folks and friends. Anna's a fellow ADL minister, and her husband Mike, they're clam farmers in Florida, and two of the nicest people you ever want to meet. And anyway, a few months ago, Mike was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. And so anyway, he's on the mend. He's gone through some radical treatments, and we know he's getting better and better every day. Susan has been sweet enough to bring a blanket, a prayer blanket for us all to bless. And I'd love it if each and every one of you guys would just take a minute. James has it here at the back table. Just send a prayer to Michael. We're going to send it to him because they're really looking forward to coming back here and doing another clam bake and concert for us in the near future. So we got to get them well. So if you can go back and send some prayers to Mike and also Anna, because I'm sure this is as hard on her as it is on him. So make sure you do that at the end of the service. And thank you, Susan, for doing that. Okay, yeah. So but now that we're doing the meditation, we are so blessed. We have two great people here to lead us in meditation. And Heidi is just the most wonderful bowl player. I guess, is that what you call her? Bowl player, bowler. She's a bowler, great bowler. And but anyway, we're really blessed when Heidi can come here. She's a fellow minister, but she's a Science of Mind minister. And this is such a wonderful opportunity. Today there is no 1 o'clock meditation with Heidi because she is going to be opening up Terry's concert today, and she's on the CD too. And it's very exciting, very exciting. So not only do we have Heidi with the bowls, we have Ed with the flute. So we are in for a treat for meditation. So I'm going to let Heidi begin, and Ed, you all have made a plan, and I'll talk when I'm ready. Or not. Just take advantage of what you're about to experience here. It's wonderful. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Allowing the vibration and the tones to permeate every cell of your being. Every thought in your mind. You are restored. You are awakened. Allow yourself in your mind's eye to envision a world where peace and love prevail. There is plenty of love for everyone. Every man, woman, and child is happy, is well fed. We are co-creating heaven on earth in this moment. We open our hearts and our minds to Spirit, and we ask for the courage, the willingness, and the strength to be fully present in love and peace and harmony with all beings. May we feel this joy forever. We give thanks, and so it is. Amen. Wow. That was beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much. Really wonderful. Well, in case you forgot your holiday to-do list, here it is for you. It may be a little different than holiday list of past, but certainly something to consider. And instead of buy presents, be present. And how important is that, not only in the holiday season, but all the time, just to be present. You know, we think so much, we get out of our present state and we're going around trying to think of, oh, I got to buy this present for this person and that person and get this done. And all of a sudden we jump out of the peace and the real meaning of the holidays, and we get caught up in this whirlwind of stuff to do. But we don't have to. We just have to bring ourselves back to where we just came from, and that great state of peace. And we can go there any moment. And of course, I love this one. Instead of wrapping gifts, wrap someone in a hug. And we definitely are a group of huggers around here, so you can get a lot of hugs here, and certainly something to consider. And I've been enjoying wrapping my little kitty in lots of hugs and as well this week. And they say that hugging is a great way to really get more peaceful and connected. And expand our heart energy. So it's a beautiful thing. And of course, the next one, instead of sending gifts, I was just in the post office. Have you all been to the post office lately? That's a good place to practice centeredness right there, and forgiveness and peace and breathing. As a matter of fact, I sent an envelope to Ellen. She's in Florida, and with all of her mail and important things, documents. I sent it 2 weeks ago. It still hasn't gotten there, and it's been in, they say in the facility, they tracked it. It's in the sorting facility. And I'm like, well, you just take it from there into the house. But they haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, so sending gifts, you know, maybe instead of sending gifts, send peace. And that's certainly what we just did with our meditation. And instead of shopping for food, which we have to do, but you know, it's also important, I think, for us to consider donating food. And there's many food banks in the area, the Interfaith Assistance Ministry, the Salvation Army, lots of other organizations share food. You may want to consider donating some food. While you're at the store, pick up an extra can of food or an extra ham or turkey and donate it, and also maybe a can of cat food or dog food. And then make love, okay? Take plenty of time for that. And that can be very expanded. It's not just the one kind. We're making love right now. We are creating and making love in this moment. But make more time for love in your life. And of course, the last one is be the light. You are the light, and that's what this whole holiday is about, is for us to remember that and express that and to live from that premise, which I'm going to talk more about next week is that, but be the light. So I think this is just another way to experience and be and live this holiday season, if you choose to, and I hope you do. And there's a lesson in the course that says giving and receiving are one in truth, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. Because, you know, this whole idea, Christmas has gotten so commercial, all these holidays, you know, all of a sudden we forget the reason for the season, or the reason that we're really here to celebrate, because we get so worried about all those things that this has so beautifully changed our perception about. But, you know, way back when, 2,000 and some odd years ago, one of the main reasons, that was really the reason we have the custom of bringing gifts, giving gifts on Christmas. And of course, that was the birth of Jesus, okay? And when the wise men brought frankincense, gold, and myrrh, and these wonderful gifts to honor the birth of Jesus. And so ever since then, this has turned into extravaganza, Christmas decorations, all sorts of things, which are certainly fun. Don't get me wrong. Now, someone was actually relieved that we took down the abominable snowman. And so said it was a little scary. But and I can remember that when I was a kid watching that show, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, every Christmas, and when that snowman came out, it was one of these, you know. So it is a little scary, and we may not bring that one back. But who knows? You never know. We like to be light around here as well. Well, one of my favorite Christmas songs is actually more of a contemporary modern song, and I probably bought the CD at least 20 years ago. It was Amy Grant's Christmas CD, and her song Grown Up Christmas List it's such a great song, and a lot of artists have sung that since then. And Terry, do you know that song? Yeah, maybe he can sing that later. Yeah, that's putting him on the spot, isn't it? But basically the chorus goes something like this, and it says, you know, no more lives torn apart, and wars would never start. Everyone would have a friend, and love would always win. And that's the grown-up Christmas list. You know, it's certainly fun to have, to get neat things and all of this and that. But really, once we sort of grow up, you begin to realize that, wow, it's not really that Xbox that I really want, or the new latest cell phone, even though I thought that would be what I wanted. And it's certainly fun to get those, and I enjoy fun things myself. But it's a deeper relationship with giving and receiving. And so we really do get to a point, especially if we're tuned in and in the present moment, of wanting to live from love. And we do, as we understand and experience oneness with each other, you begin to not want anyone to hurt or be without in the whole world for any reason. No reason is justifiable. Everybody is a perfect child of God, and everybody deserves to have a full and happy life. So we live more from that premise. In other words, instead of what can I get, we begin to ask in the question, what can I give? How may I serve? And another holiday that's geared, besides Christmas, there's many holidays, but Kwanzaa, which is a holiday which was created to honor attributes of Africa, positive attributes, and it's a 7-day celebration, also with gifts and food, okay? But it's a great holiday, and I was doing a little poking around about the principles of Kwanzaa and what they are, and I think it's so empowering. It's not to limit this holiday to any certain group. You know, open up to the best. You know, we've got Kwanzaa, we've got Christmas, we've got Hanukkah. All of these carry great meaning and great messages. And Kwanzaa is actually 7 principles that they take a principle each day, and they really meditate on that and focus on that. And they're so beautiful. And the 7 principles are unity, number 1. And that's to strive for and to maintain unity in your family, community, nation, and race. Second principle, self-determination. To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Really tuning in to self. And then there's collective work and responsibility, which is to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems, and to solve them together. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, we've got our beautiful Namaste community here, and people are opening up and serving and honoring and concerned for each other and loving each other. But it's also the world is our community. And so when we really look at this as a collective, and that our brother's interests are really, we are our brother's keeper, because we are really our brother. And of course, there's cooperative economics, and to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. And I believe that, you know, conscious business, that seems to be something that we hear a lot about. I'll give a plug to Whole Foods. I had no idea. A friend of mine's daughter just started working there and was telling me that even if you're a 1-day-a-week employee, there's great benefits for you. And they're very conscious in business. So that was kind of a nice thing to hear. And of course, there's now the co-op we have here, and the local businesses. It's so important because it's more of a conscious way of doing business. So it's not out of balance. It's really more coming together for greater service to the world. And then our purpose. And our purpose is to make our collective vocation building and developing of our communities in order to restore people to their traditional greatness. And I love that. That to me sums up what my vision is for the Namaste Center, and that is to restore people to their greatness, to help them remember who they are and how wonderful each and every person is, and empower people and support people in that. And we do that for each other. I just see it happen, and I go around the room and I see people supporting each other every day and every moment. And of course, creativity. We need to tap into our creativity because that's our divine spark within us. And what is it that really makes your heart sing? What's your function and purpose here on this planet? What gift do you have to share? And everybody's got one. We all have a gift. We need to find what we love to do and nurture it, and focus our attention on nurturing all the gifts that we've been given and share those with the world. An example of creativity today is going to be Terry's concert, because we've got, he's so creative, so magical with his music, and now this little seed of an idea that happened way back when is now in physical form, and he's going to share it with all of us. And when you really think about what it took to get this from start to finish, it's amazing. And so to support and nurture each other is really important, and finding out what we really are in love with and passionate about. And of course, faith is the last principle. And it's to believe with all of our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, righteousness. And understand that we can overcome anything. Have that faith that regardless of what seems to be happening, no matter how desperate, how sad, how terrible it is, that we have the divinity of light within us, and that we can literally overcome anything. Make your solutions more the focus than your problems, and you'll begin to see miracles. Well, it's also the idea of, I had a lot of Jewish friends growing up. Is anyone in here Jewish?
Jewish heritage.
All right, there you go. So we have, there you go, two Jewish heritage and Jewish by birth. And the whole idea of Hanukkah. I remember my friends growing up, it was like they got gifts, several days in a row, and I thought, that's cool. And, that kind of works. But again, now I found the deeper meaning of what Hanukkah is, and can appreciate it so much. And what I found out was 21 centuries ago, the Syrian Greeks, they took over the Holy Lands and gave hell to the Jews, basically. And the good news is that against all odds, a small group of strong Jews defeated one of the mightiest armies in the world and drove the Greeks from the land and returned it to the holy people. And, although it's a little bit of warring and a little bit about this, I think that the bigger message is the triumph of light over darkness. And that's the symbolism of the holiday, not necessarily the warring aspect of it. But, when someone comes in and is attacking us, or we're perceiving attack, ask yourself, how can I triumph light over this darkness, or love over fear? And that's really the meaning of Hanukkah. Well, what happened to celebrate, they went to the temple to light the menorah, and they only had enough olive oil for one light. But they had 8 candles that they needed to deal with. And miraculously, that oil lasted. It was a loaves and fishes story, to say the least, for 8 days. So they knew that this was a blessing and a miracle. So then Hanukkah is really an expression of knowing that we are taken care of, that we don't have to look to the physical world to support and sustain us, that spirit is always there to serve us, and to triumph with light over darkness, or fear, triumph with love over fear as well. So it's, again, the gifts and the food, that's all, a great thing. We all like to eat and we like to get gifts, but there's a bigger purpose and a greater meaning to all of these holidays, as you can see. Now, a few little things I'd like to share is what can we give? Again, the circle of giving and receiving are one in truth. We know that we are not separate from our source. We're not separate from each other. A gift to my brother is a gift to myself. I believe the greatest gift that we can offer is forgiveness. And self-forgiveness is where that starts. And so forgiveness, that circle of forgiveness. Every time I offer myself forgiveness or offer a brother forgiveness, I'm lifting that veil to triumph over darkness a little more each time. And the Pope goes on to say, this is again, some words are trigger words, like I don't like the word evil, but he's really cool. He said some great things lately, but one quote that he says is, inequality is the root of all evil. And evil is really separation. Let's just say inequality is the root of all separation. And that, again, back to this idea of conscious commerce, conscious business, conscious living, it's where everybody's needs are as important as ourselves, where now it seems though in society we've gone this way. And it seems to be that gap is getting bigger and bigger. But it's just interesting, nothing to get upset about, nothing to blame, attack, judge, but rather how can I lessen this gap of inequality? Because it all starts with me, each and every one of us. Not about looking at this huge problem, but what can I do in my life to lessen this gap and to live more consciously? And how are you using your gifts? The part of the tithing program and the prosperity program is developing our gifts, tapping into those, finding out what they are first and then developing them, and sharing those with the world. And so really my prayer is all my money, all my talents, all my gifts are in God's hands, and how can they be used of greater service to the world? And no, that doesn't mean that you have to empty your pocketbook or give everything away and move to a monastery. It could, but maybe not for most of us. But really being conscious about everything we have and knowing that there is greater purpose and meaning for everything in our life. And of course, this year at Namaste, we've been in this space a year and a half. It has exceeded anything I could have ever imagined. We are growing. We are considering a second service in the spring. We are having to plan forward because we're getting more and more people each week. We may I'm already looking into possibilities for another location. I love this place. And I'm not actively pursuing it. I just said, okay, Spirit, you know our needs. Whatever the highest and best is for this center and everyone who comes here, show me that. And I know it'll be revealed, and that's taken care of. Because if I get into the technicality of it, it can freak me out. I could just be like, oh my God, forget it, I can't think about that. I find life is much easier when I'm in surrender mode. So, then I just say, takes all the pressure off, I can tell you that. So it'll be exciting to see what the future holds for our center. And I invite, in the beginning of the year, we're going to have a meeting and discuss, what everyone really is choosing to co-create here. Because this is not about me or anyone else, it's about all of us. And how can we co-create like the perfect place for each and every one of us? And I just read this week, and I thought it was just a little quick few words, but it's so powerful. And it says, our job is to love others, not to inquire whether or not they are worthy. And how often do we find ourselves doing that? It's like, well, I'll love you, but you're not really worthy of my love. Now, to be honest, most of you guys that I know already in here do that very willingly already. But it might not be the case. Sometimes I'll turn on the news for a minute and I'm like, wow, talk about that separation. And it's not, I don't want to judge those folks because that's where they're coming from. They have such strong beliefs in that. But rather, I don't want to join in on that either. It's politically, in all areas of our life, in business, and the way the world operates. It's, do I want to be part of the solution or the problem? And I choose to be part of the solution, which means that I'm willing to understand that even though that person is expressing everything that I don't agree with, that they're still my brother in spirit. And I'm here to love them. So everyone is worthy of our love. No one is exempt. And that's a big lesson for us. But again, I will say happily, I'm way better in this department than I used to be. And on the other side of the fence, I can still get a little upset sometimes and prickly, but I recognize it and I pull myself back in when I see myself going there. So back to lesson 108 in the Course in Miracles, to give and receive are one in truth. And I want to share this with you because it's so powerful. I'm going to read a couple of short paragraphs and then the exercise that goes with it. Vision depends upon today's idea. The light is in it, for it reconciles all seeming opposites. And what is light except the resolution, born of peace, of all your conflicts and mistaken thoughts into one concept which is wholly true? Even that will disappear because the thought behind it will appear instead to take its place. And now you are at peace forever, and then the dream is over. This is the light that shows no opposites, and vision, being healed, has power to heal. This is the light that brings your peace of mind to other minds, to share it and be glad that they are one with you and with themselves. This is the light that heals because it brings single perception based on one frame of reference from which one meaning comes. So we get out of duality, we get out of separation, we get out of this huge separation of whatever we may equate that with. And we just come to that idea of oneness and understand that there is so much more to us than this world has to offer. And the value of every being and everything. And other than killing a stink bug last week, I finally did it. For months, I have been taking those little suckers out of here on a little piece of cardboard and saying, okay, and they just keep coming back in. And I was sitting back there at the desk during a seminar Wednesday night here, and that little thing, and I had a cup of coffee, and I'm like, I got to do it. So other than that, I have to say my compassion for all beings is much better than it used to be. Spiders. Does anyone love spiders in here? I love spiders, but I don't really want to sleep with them. And there was a big wolf spider in our house, and I was like, and it was furry and ugly. And Ellen, the compassionate one, was like, she talked that thing crying. She said, I talked it around the baseboard, out the door for an hour and a half. Come on, I don't want to kill you. And I'm like, get the vacuum, I can't go to sleep. So now I just say, let's encourage them to stay in their place. I'll honor you, you honor me, and we'll all be happy and stay alive. And but you know, it is about honoring all things, and it's so much harder. And that stink bug, it was. I really didn't feel proud of myself. I'm just coming clean here, but but today we will attempt to offer peace to everyone and see how quickly peace returns to us. Light is tranquility, and in that peace is vision given to us, and we can see. And the little mantra for the day in this exercise says to give and receive are one in truth. I will receive what I am giving now. So there is no lack in giving, because what I give to a brother is a gift to myself, because we're all one. I will receive what I'm giving now. And this little mantra goes on to say, to everyone I offer quietness. To everyone I offer peace of mind. To everyone I offer gentleness. And doesn't that feel good just to think about that? I offer quietness, I offer peace of mind, and I offer gentleness. So if we can just be in that gentle state of being, it feels great, just feels wonderful. Life, the whole picture of what's out here changes when we can get in our hearts like this. So if you take these statements and just take them into your heart and pause for a little while and just offer these gifts to our brother, you'll be amazed at the transition of how you feel. I guarantee it. Now, in closing, what we put out is what we get back. I think we all got that message, because this world is but a reflection of our consciousness. And the game, I read this, and it says, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. So if you don't like what's coming back, that boomerang is perfect, because it's all about energy, it's all about consciousness, it's all about emotion. So look in the mirror, and if you don't like it, change it. This is a great time to tap into your light. Think about a new way to experience and be this holiday season. Take advantage of all the wonderful souls who come here and the great things that we have to offer. Bring your friends. Keep your eyes and ears open for the perfect space for us, even if we have to like bulldoze and knock a wall out. Who knows? I don't know what that's going to look like, but I don't have to. So I just pray each and every one of us takes this to heart. And really so much gratitude to you guys for that beautiful meditation, and each and every one of you guys here today. My heart is overflowing with gratitude. And peace and love prevail on earth. And so it is. Namaste. Okay, we will take a moment to bless our offerings to the Namaste Center and give gratitude for the opportunity to share. And we ask that these gifts be blessed and multiplied, both to the giver and the receiver. Holy Spirit, Mother, Father, God, we offer these gifts as an extension of our love, our appreciation, and our gratitude. We ask that these gifts be used for the highest and holiest of purposes, so that our Namaste Center may continue to thrive, to prosper, and to heal those who enter. And so it is. Amen.
So I decided not to sing the grown-up Christmas. I just have one comment, Facebook.
Yes.
About, I was advertising this concert that we're doing today on Facebook, and I put an event and paid the extra money for the promotion and blah, blah, blah. And Charlotte got more responses for that darn cat than I did for my event.
I think you need to get a cat with your ad.
That did it. So I'm giving up Facebook. Anyway, I thought I'd sing a song of mine. It's about the Salvation Army. I think I've sung here before. And it's... I see my fan is in. And the Salvation Army do great work, especially this time of year. And it reminds me of when I was growing up in England. When I was growing up, the Salvation Army band would come around every Sunday morning and play in the village square. And it was great. There would be all these brass bands and choruses. Of course, if you were trying to sleep in, it wasn't so great. But it was wonderful, and we'd always get up and listen to that. And I recorded this on a CD called This Time It's Personal, and when I recorded it, I had a little brass band on it with me. They couldn't be here today, so we'll just have to imagine that part. It's called Good on the Sally Army. Sunday finds me curled in bed, And I can hear the Sally Army in the old town square. I can hear the brass and choruses, they fill the air. And I wonder why they do it when no one's ever there. Moments later, I'm out of bed and I'm staring out the window in the morning light. And the lassies in their bonnets make a pretty sight. And I thought, if that's an army, it's a funny way to fight. But it's an empty life when you've got no purpose, and you're lost and feel you're on your own. If I'd told my workmates, they'd have said I'd gone balmy when I ran down the stairs to join the Salvation Army. Here was love that I could depend upon, and all of my emptiness had gone. You can just imagine that little brass band playing. Ba 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 ba, ba da dum ba dum, ba da 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 dum ba da 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 da. But it's an empty life when you've got no purpose, and you're lost and feel you're on your own. If I'd told my workmates, they'd have said I'd gone balmy when I ran down the stairs to join the Salvation Army. Here was love that I could depend upon, and all of my emptiness had gone. Some years later, looking back, well, I think I've found the answer, and I'd like to say, you need never be alone when God's a prayer away, and He'll fill you with His sunshine when your life is cold and gray.
Okay. Well, thanks each and every one of you for coming today, and I hope to see you back at 3 o'clock. Make sure you, so does Terry. And make sure if you can, if you haven't paid already, to do that on your way out so you don't have to fight the crowd. Yes, ma'am.
I did online. Do I need to bring the receipt?
No, I've got you already.
Okay.
Anyone who paid online, you're on the list as paid. So let's join hands and we will close with our peace song. That's why she got some new legs. She's cute. Yeah. Okay, I like the bigger circle. That's a nice problem to have here. So let's just take a moment and close our eyes and blast the center of our circle with total love and appreciation for all beings. And may we take into this holiday season love, peace, and understanding. So it is. Amen. Let there be peace on earth, and let